It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin with a run by Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Tua going to keep it running left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he
takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. A man who played collegiately at nearby Tulane, it's Tajay Spears. Now he's loose at the 40, and he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 33. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's caught by Mike Evans. Down the sideline he goes. Mike Evans, touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best.
Exactly.
Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Thompson Robinson now. Into the hands of Hendershot. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's a run by Spears. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Spears with another carry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And here's a give to Spears. 36 yards on the play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Quick throw here to Johnston. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. DTR going to throw it here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Quentin Johnston, an 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Tua going to change the play.
At the 21-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On the option left, here's Tua. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
20, TX.
Tua sets up to pass it. Going deep this time for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Thompson Robinson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Thompson Robinson throwing here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Miller will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jonathan Mingo, 84 yards. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got a man, it's Mayer. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He finds Mayer here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Thompson-Robinson here from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a run with Spears. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Right back to Spears. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. This one home. It's a touchdown. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the run at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Well, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Spears. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
3rd and 2. To throw is DTR. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Spears. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Spears. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a handoff up the middle. Spears. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Thompson Robinson now. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the counter, it's Miller. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here, eluding the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Tua is going to change things up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he rifles one incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Tua. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Tua. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They fake the handoff. Now Tua sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson. Out left and complete to Thornton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Thompson-Robinson now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off that.
Touchdown! Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This is caught by Evans. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10. Thompson-Robinson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick. How about this? Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. An audible here to get a new look.
It's 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Thompson Robinson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Going for it. Thompson Robinson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Back to throw is Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Over the middle to Evans. And he will have a Saints 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
To throw is Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now Tagovailoa. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.